the Beatles, don't get this wrong. The Beatles were the first manufactured group, not the Monkees. It was the Beatles.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, this interview is a little bit glitchy, but it seems rather important because it's coming from Davy Jones, the monkey. It's not coming from me.
And it was like a teenage... You see, the Beatles, don't get this wrong. The Beatles were the first manufactured group.
The Beatles were the first manufactured group. I'm so sorry about the sound from the other day. Hopefully this will work better. And our first manufactured group, as we all know now, came from the Tavistock Institute. I was in a kind of a proofreading mindset this morning and noticed Institute was lowercase there. And this is where Theodore Adorno swept the world away before going to his next stop, New York. And, you know, the Rockefellers really own a big swath of it, don't they? You've got the United Nations, you've got Rockefeller, the college, just I think north of there that we've looked at. We can look at it again. As you know, they have a lot of, Chicago, but they also have Ye Old Stockyards United Nations headquarters. And one topic that I really try to avoid, there are many I try to avoid, has been the Middle Eastern conflict going on right now, and that has been going on, Israel-Palestine. You know, it's funny these signs are still around. When I was a kid, whenever we would drive up to visit my grandparents at the ranch, we lived in New Mexico and LA and a lot of places in the South, and this is a town just south of here, and there's a famous sign, Old Man Hamilton's sign, and it's weird that I remember it from like the 60s, and he is still alive. He still puts them out there. I have pictures that I take when I, go down that way, but this was in the Seattle Times or something. They said, oh, here's this wild man, and my dad used to always really laugh about those signs. I remember coming up, that he'd, get us out of the United Nations. And I guess my dad was like a Kennedy Democrat. He didn't like Johnson, so I don't know where he would be now if he was still alive. I don't know. But he always did laugh about these signs from these, the kind of right-wing farmers or whatever that he would tease as we came up to visit the ranch. And so, and the ranch was it was a wild time. And I do have an MIB story where Men in Black showed up at the ranch, and Granddad just greeted them with, I don't know, like a double-barreled sawed-off shotgun or something crazy like that. He was from a whole nother era. So I always laugh about people that are afraid of the Men in Black. So here's the United Nations, and one of the first things the UN did when it came into being, I was looking this up, was it, and the UN, okay, so the UN is the opposite of these wild farmers, right, that are saying, where's the birth certificate for Obama? And, oh, they used to have things about condoms with Clinton. I would drive by, they've just been wild since day one. So here we've got November 1947, and it says the UN General Assembly voted Israel into being. Okay, this isn't me, this is Google. That's why I do this, Don't believe me. So, why is it that now the people who are so against Israel are the progressives who fought to start it in the first place? It wasn't Farmer Joe starting it. It was the UN General Assembly. Libtard of libtardness from, the get-go. Here is a vigil. There is a vigil being held for the student. It's interesting because this said scared space in the article earlier, and I kind of had things lined up of weird, like the Tavistock Institute with the lowercase I. Everything crashed when I took the dog out for a walk. When I brought it back up, they had fixed it. And that's fine. We don't need typos out there, but we can know that was a weird, and I'm sorry I didn't film it before going out. The doggy really wanted to go out, and I was bringing pages up, but it had said scared space, and it just seemed like such a Freudian slip. So here is a picture of the student, of Mr. Rodriguez, and he was from DuPont, which is weird. You've all heard of the DuPont family, and there is a town here that's fairly new that is built on, I think, the old munitions factories or something from World War II. There were a lot of them DuPont had around. So he grew up just north of here. Everyone seemed to just really, really like him. He was a video game art student, just very much into the arts, and was really excited about his future, was really excited about his life, and I think his girlfriend is one of the other people who was hurt. And like I said, when I spoke with the president's office, they said they don't know about the brain damage involved. So, it's weird that this is happening at Evergreen. I'm really sorry about it. I spoke with Arthur last night, and he said, you remember Burlesque Richard? He was kind of the one who was taking one credit a year kind of thing, so he could be the most permanent student ever. I was looking for pictures of him, and I couldn't find any. I will keep looking. He might be dancing at the Hempfest or something. So anyway, here's the guy that all the liberals were laughing at, who probably thought Israel was like this weird United Nations, creation, which it was according to everything here. And then now the people that want us out are the people that basically brought us in the first place. I was so angry with him. Well, I think everyone's mad at Henry Kissinger, but if you saw his last interview, it was annoying. He was going, I thought, things would be a good idea, and I made a mistake. And it was like, yeah, everyone else knew it was a bad idea. Why did you get to think it was a good idea and just completely wreck the world, right? So here we are, the United Nations something. Oh my God. Look at all those flags. Look at all the money we spend. Lord almighty me. And here they are, I guess. That's them signing it all into effect. That might be the very day. So, hey, progressives, you guys push stuff on everyone. And we're like, okay, whatever you want. We got to keep the libtards happy, because if they're not, We never hear the end of it, we never hear the end of it. So just let them have what they want. And now they're all like really mad. So it is hard. It's hard to please. It's hard to please the libtard. They want one thing 1 minute, and the next thing you know, they're screaming about it. So that's all I have to say at the moment for right now, because everyone's waking up here. Oh, the Japan Society. That looks of interest. Let us have a moment of silence like the Quakers. And really, I'm so sad for everyone in this world who has to suffer. And I'm bringing Evergreen up because this is sort of where we kind of talk. But my heart goes out to everyone suffering in the world. And just be safe out there, everyone, and much love.